Right, hello everyone. It's day 60, week 10. What has been happening? Now, I got the idea to write a book. The interesting thing about it is, I was going to write a book at the end of this journey anyway, to document what I've been through, to document what I've learned, to document the result I got, because I have got absolutely no doubt that this is going to end in a victory. I'm going to win the prize I set out to win. So my plan was to write a book at the end of everything. But looking at the way things were, it just dawned on me, why don't I write a book about what I'm learning about money and how different that is to what I grew up knowing. So the book is around that. It's coming along very, very smoothly because I have learned so many things about money so far, and there's enough in it to actually write a book about. I'm quite excited, and I hope it will be helpful to people, to somebody someday, because we have so many beliefs about money that are incorrect, and some are just downright dangerous, but we grew up with these beliefs and we hold on to them and we defend them, and they keep us in financial slavery. So I'm writing a book about the stuff that I used to think was correct and I now know for sure is not correct, and what I'm doing to change that, why I don't believe it's no longer correct, why I believe they're no longer correct, and what I think the reality and the truth is for each and every one of these ones. Maybe sometime I'll probably go into a bit of that, later on. So yeah, so what else have I been learning? What's been going on? There's something that Jesus Christ says in the book of John, the 12th chapter, the 22nd to the 24th verse, I think it was. He says, except a corn of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it will abide alone. But if it dies, then it grows and it bears fruit, and it becomes, and this is true for anything, an apple tree, a pear tree, any kind of tree, except the seed of that tree dies, it never becomes the plant that grows into the tree. And what I have been facing, basically, because my journey, this is a journey of transformation. I'm transforming my life. I'm transforming my life, and in order to transform my life, I've got to transform myself. So I'm transforming myself from the person I used to be, the way I used to think, the way I used to talk, the way I used to behave, the way I made decisions, the way I spend my time. I'm transforming myself. I have struggled to let people know what I'm doing. I've actually struggled to let people know what I'm doing. I only started telling members of my family this week. I mean, not my immediate family, but I'm talking about like my sisters and close friends. I only started telling them this week. I haven't actually been telling people what I'm doing, which is a bit weird, but it is a journey of transformation. I am changing myself. The old me won't do what I'm doing. The old me won't think the way I'm thinking. The old me won't take this type of risk, because what if it fails? Of course, it is a risk. Of course, it's a risk. I'm putting myself out there, and I've told the whole world that I'm going to transform my financial outcome in a year. I've told the whole world I'm going to make £1 million in 1 year, and of course it could fail, but I'm not going to ask myself that question. I did at the start, but I don't anymore. I know I'm going to succeed, but even more importantly, I'm expecting to succeed. So I've set that as my expectation. And if that is my expectation, then I can't ask myself, what if it doesn't work? That's the wrong question to ask. Instead, I'm asking myself, how would it look like at the end of this journey when it has turned out the way, or most likely better than I've planned it and I hoped it to be? How would this journey look like? Those are the questions I'm asking myself right now. And when you think about these things, everything that constitutes society today, our lives, the way our lives and the way society is structured today, we drive on tarred roads to work, we fly in airplanes from place to place, we're sending rockets to the moon. We're sending rockets to Mars. You know, we're sending. We have an international space station. We have so many things that have become normal to us, but are not normal at all. You know, think about the fact that a plane, you know, that can weigh a ton, 2-3 tons, can take off and keep itself in the air, you know, for hours. It's an impossibility. It should be an impossibility, but this is what constitutes our modern life, and we all take it as normal. But the reality is, there was a time when all of these concepts and all of these ideas that have become part of our lives were impossibilities. You know, the first people that came up with the idea of driving of vehicles or motor vehicles and driving a car, they didn't have this in mind for sure, but the people around them didn't believe it was going to work. You know, I think it was a quote by Henry Ford. I think we're talking about like user reviews and how and like customer focus groups and getting feedback from customers. And he said he never asked his customers what they wanted when they went ahead to develop the Model T. And this is how he puts it. I can't remember the book I read it, but he says, if I had asked my customers what they wanted, they would have said they wanted faster horses. You know? So all of these things that constitute life today. Yeah, sorry about that. We had technical difficulties. My camera stand was falling over. Okay, now like I was saying, at some point, all these things that are normal and part of our lives, cars, planes, trains, they existed in somebody's mind, and only in somebody's mind. And that person had to fight and overcome their own fears, their own doubts, and the cynicism of the people around them to bring them to pass. And it must have been a difficult journey for each and every one of them. People that invented the airplanes, you know, the people that invented cars, people that invented everything that we see, they all faced that difficult journey of convincing the people around them that what they had was real and what they wanted to do was possible. But the life we live today, we just take all of this for granted. And I feel like I'm in that space right now. I'm doing something that, you know, it should be, I mean, everything is impossible to somebody does it. So I'm doing something that should be impossible. Why? How could one person just make £1 million and transform his financial destiny from level 0 in 365 days? It is something that should be impossible. It's something that many people believe is impossible, but I'm going to do it. You know, and so back to the story of Jesus Christ and the seed. The seed, before the seed could grow to become an apple tree or a pear tree or whatever kind of tree, the one thing that seed has to do, it has to be willing to stop being a seed. It has to be willing to die. And that is how I see myself. I struggle to let people know what I'm doing, because somehow or the other, deep down on the inside, there are still old parts of me, the old me that will not put himself out there and take a risk, the old me that will not risk humiliation and failure to let people know what he's doing. That old me is still, I'm still battling with him, but I'm just serving notice. I'm going to tell every member of my family that I haven't told yet. They're going to know about this, and we're going for this in a very, very big way. So this is week 60. No, that's not week 60, is it? Day 60. Sorry. Week 10, day 60. Apologies. Week 10, day 60. Comment, like, and subscribe. Or better still, like I said the last time, embark on your own financial transformation journey. You can do it. Anybody can do it. We do not have to live lives of financial slavery. Go out there and begin to challenge the things about money and about finance and about your financial well-being that are not working for you. Challenge them. Are they true? Examine everything that you believe. Is it true? Is it bearing the fruit it should bear? If it's not true, then look for the truth. But our destinies, our lives, they are in our hands, and we can make the change that we want to see. So I'll see you guys in a week or two. Bye. Yeah, I think I'll say bye. Yeah.